All right. Hi, everyone. We'll go ahead and call this special meeting of the Anchorage Assembly to order. Today is December 12th, 2023. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Assemblymember Myers. Here. Assemblymember Martinez.
Present.
Assemblymember Rivera. Assemblymember Bronga.
Here.
Assemblymember Johnson. Chair Constant.
He'll be joining us a little bit later.
Vice Chair Zalatel.
Here.
Assemblymember Cross.
Here.
Assemblymember Volland.
Here.
Assemblymember Brawley.
Here.
Assemblymember Solt.
Here.
Assemblymember Perez Verdilla.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Mr. Volin, can you lead us in the pledge?
Yes. I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And Ms. Brawley, would you please read the land acknowledgement?
Yes, happy to do so. A land acknowledgement is a formal statement recognizing the indigenous people of a place. It is a public gesture of appreciation for the past and present indigenous stewardship of the lands that we now occupy. It is an actionable statement that marks our collective movement towards decolonization and equity. The Anchorage Assembly would like to acknowledge that we gather today on the traditional lands of the Dena'ina Athabascans. For thousands of years, the Dena'ina have been and continue to be the stewards of this land. It is with gratefulness and respect that we recognize the contributions, innovations, and contemporary perspectives of the Upper Cook Inlet Dena'ina.
Thank you. We will turn to our one and only item of business. It is executive session, legal briefing from the MOA Department of Law. Ms. Helzer, the executive session has been requested by the municipal attorney. Could the municipal attorney please lay the foundation to support a potential motion to move into executive session?
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. Pursuant to AMC 230-036A, the Assembly may recess to meet in executive session to discuss matters which by law, municipal charter, or ordinance are required to be confidential, including the provision of legal advice subject to protection by the attorney-client privilege.
Okay. And is that the intention of today's session?
That is correct.
Okay. Thank you. Members, if you believe there is sufficient information to have laid the foundation to justify a motion for executive session, I would entertain a motion to move into executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, having a motion and a second to move into executive session to receive the legal briefing by the MOA Department of Law. Is there any discussion on the motion? Okay, seeing no discussion, members may proceed to vote on the motion to move into executive session.
Member Myers.
Yes.
Member Martinez.
Yes.
Member Bronga.
Yes.
Oops. Member Zalatel.
Yes.
Member Cross.
Yes.
Member Volland.
Yes.
Member Brawley.
Yes.
Member Solt.
Yes.
Member Perez Verdilla.
Yes.
Madam Chair, the motion passes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. We are now prepared to move into executive session after we take the roll call of members and others in the room. After the roll call, the clerk will restart the recording and state we are in executive session. So at this time, what we want to do is identify those who will remain for executive session. So we'll start with the roll call of assembly members, then move to the identification of clerk, staff, and legal counsel. And then I'll turn it over to Ms. Helzer to identify those for the MOA department. Madam Clerk, will you call the roll for us of who's going to remain in the room for executive session? We're going to take roll like 3 or 4 times here, folks. So it's just how we have to do it. Thank you.
Member Perez Verdilla.
Yes.
Mem-
Present. Okay, thank you. Not sure what the answer is supposed to be.
Member Solt.
Here.
Member Brawley.
Present.
Member Volland.
Here.
Member Cross,
Present.
Member Zalatel,
Here.
Member Bronca,
Here.
Member Martinez,
Present.
Member Myers,
Here.
Great. And for clerk staff, who will we have in the room? Can you please introduce yourselves?
Municipal Clerk Jamie Hines, and Travis will not be staying.
Okay. And for Assembly and Legislative Council?
Matthew Hurt, Legislative Counsel to the Assembly.
Dean Gates, Assembly Council.
And interpreters?
Gina Ashman and Natalie Page.
Great. Thank you. Ms. Hulzer, who will be staying for the Department of Law?
I will be here, Ann Helzer, Jessica Willoughby, Assistant Municipal Attorney, Robert Owens, Assistant Municipal Attorney, Cheryl McKay, Assistant Municipal Attorney, Allison Bolgiano, Assistant Municipal Attorney, Ben Bowman, Assistant Municipal Attorney, Megan Berger, Assistant Municipal Attorney, Jason Thomas, Assistant Municipal Attorney, Chuck Gunther, Deputy Municipal Attorney, and Clint Campion, Outside Counsel. Oh, and Kate Buer, Assistant Municipal Attorney.
Okay, having identified everyone who is set to remain in the room for executive session, if you have not been identified, if you could please leave the room. We'll go ahead and close the door and change the recording to move into executive session. However, before we do that, Madam Clerk, I want to make sure we've not been joined by anybody else on the phone as well.
We have not, and I will hang up the phone and call Mr. Martinez back.
Okay, great. At this time, let's move into executive session. Thank you.